can shift the at the other. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
জানি না কেন জয়েন করছে না দেখি।
It's not holiday.
Yes, ma'am.
Ask them to join the class. Otherwise, I'll start within two. Okay. From previous class. Out from out.
Good morning, ma'am.
Anyone have any reason? The skin is visible.
Yes, madam. Madam, your voice is
Here. Now it is okay. Now the voice is clear or not? Answer. Hello.
Madam, it's cutting and coming, not clear.
Now it is clear, Shumon?
Yes, madam. Now it's clear.
Fine. Screen is visible to you? Screen of package visible to you?
Yes, madam.
You will study about the package. Package is in which you can put the classes as well as that packages. In Java, if we consider the concept of package, it is nothing but which can contain type of classes, bases, and sub-packages. Okay, and most of the time we will store in a single package that the class that are related to each other. There will be no need for types of class. That means I just want to say that they are not related to each other. Okay, we will try to contain a set of classes or set of interfaces or set of packages that are related to each other, so that using that container or using that package we can perform a application. Okay, basically application means we will provide information that are related to some queries. So first point I just want to mention to you, in case of package, it is nothing but a container, or you can say technically it is a group of type of classes, interfaces, and sub packages. Okay, first point, this is related to the package. The second most important thing, that how you will implement this package. Okay, there are two type of package basically. First of all, the first thing is that is built-in package that you are familiar with. Knowingly or unknowingly, you are using that packages in Java whenever you are writing down a simple program in Java. Okay, just like the hello world, your first Java program in this class, that will also uses some package, but you are unaware about that. But now we'll study it in details. So that packages are known as the built-in packages that you are already using. Okay, some of the example is that Java. Next one is Lang. Lang stands for language basically. And AWT, Java X, Swing, Net, IO, Util, SQL, like that. Okay. The IO packages, I think this package you have already used whenever you are using the input output in Java. Okay. Now, these are the building packages that are available in Java programming language. But here is also possibility that you can define your package by your own way. Sometimes it may be the cases that you want to store similar type of classes or related classes in a single group. Okay, according to your application. So for that time, whenever you want to do that, you need to create your own package, your own container. At that time, the built-in types that are already available in Java will not help you, because you are creating your own container according to your own application. So that time it will fall into the category that is user defined package. So first point is it is a similar type of classes. It is a combination or set, whatever you can say, or group of similar type of classes as well as interfaces. We already know interfaces mean it is a fully abstract class and other sub packages. This is the main concept for package. And this package can be of two types. One is built-in package and another is user-defined package. The built-in package, that means that are already defined in Java programming language, so that you can all just use this package whenever you want it. And the next one is the user defined package. This is most vital, because if you want to do your own application, or if you want to create a container that will contain some related classes that will help you to in another application or in your current application, at that time you can use this user defined package. Okay. Now the next thing is, this is very similar to it, related to it, not similar, related to it, that why we'll use package, why we'll group similar type of classes, similar type of interfaces, or any other sub packages. The first thing that is related to it, it can be used whenever you are defining just package. It is used to categorize the classes and interfaces so that they can be easily maintained. This statement is written in your skin. Now, what is the meaning of this statement? This is the first advantage of using Java package. Just recall your concept from the data structure. Whenever you have studied the concept of data structure, you are just given with a certain amount of data in your hand, and you are asked to organize that data. What you will do? You will go for several data structure. That is nothing but the container of several data. And that data structure you will create according to your needs. Okay, just like array, just like structure, just like union. So every data structure has its own benefits. And just think about that part. Whenever you want to create any software, it will be a collection of application. And that application will fall several categories of tasks. And if you want to perform multiple tasks in a single form, then what you need to do? You need to contain that similar type of tasks in a single unit. And similar type of tasks means definitely that task you will develop using some concept of classes or using some concept of interfaces. That's why it is said here that whenever you are using package, it will help you to categorize the classes and interfaces. Just like similar type of or related type of classes and interfaces, you can put it in a single unit, so that whenever they are needed, they can be easily accessed as well as they can be easily maintained. If they are scattered in different form, in different way, in different memory type, memory location, not only memory location is not related here, whatever be the part. So if they are scattered in different way or different version, then it will be difficult for the users basically to maintain that part as well as to access that part. So this is the first utility of using Java packages, so that you can categorize the classes and interfaces according to its need and put it in a single container, and at the time you can maintain it easily. The next most important part in Java package, that whenever you will use Java package, then you can provide several access protection to your data. Just recall your previous class whenever we have studied that several access specifier. We have not learned about details in details. I have told you that whenever we will study the package, then it will be more clear to you. Just recall the part that what are the access specifier I have just mentioned to you. That is public, private, protected, and default. Later we will see how this access protection can be achieved using package. Because just like that whenever you are defining several packages, using that packages, you can provide several level of data abstraction. Okay. Public means all are accessible. Private means they are not accessible by all the others, in which it is defined only others data member of that class or that interface can be use it, can be able to use it. Okay. And if you are providing protected access mechanism means they are related to inheritance, because now we are able to do that part, that using a single class we can inherit or we can reuse the properties of other class. So what will happen if the superclass has several data parts, data members, all the data members you don't want to access it by your subclass. So if you want to do that, at that time you need another access protection, and that will provide you for the protected class. Look, if you make it private, then it cannot be accessed by the subclass. If you make it public, then it will be accessed by all the subclasses. So there must be some restriction so that the subclass cannot access all the properties or all the data members of the superclass. So at that time, you need to use the another access protection mechanism that is known as the protected access specifier. Later we will see all the example of it. Okay. And the next one is Java package remove naming condition. Java package remove naming condition. What is the meaning of it? The meaning of it, just think about that. Whenever you are defining, we are just learning about the concept of classes. Most of the time, students as well as the new learner actually, they used to keep the name of the class with their own name. Okay, or XYZ whatever. But whenever they are compiling that class or compiling that program, particular program, the next time when they want to create another class, they need to define another name. Same name cannot be used for two classes in a single directory. It is not possible because there will be a naming collision. But whenever you are using packages, at that time you can resolve this problem. We'll see how we can resolve this problem. Just like that, whenever you are using a single class that with your own name, if you put it in one package and in another package, you are also able to create a class with the same name also. That's why it is said in that way that it Java packages remove naming collision. But if you are not using the concept of package and you want to create two class with the same name, then it will provide you an error that there is a naming collision. Clear? So these three are the most vital part for using Java package. That means why we will use the Java package. These three are the features for which we are using Java packages. First one is that Java package categorize the related classes and interfaces in a single unit so that they can be easily accessed as well as they can be easily maintained. Next one is that it will provide you several types of access protection to your data. And the next one is that it removes the naming collision. For these three basic uses, we will use Java packages in Java programming language. Okay, now look at this figure. In any doubts from this 3 point and the basic part for Java package? Any doubts? Any doubts? Any doubts till now? Nikita, can you hear me? Nikita, can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Shivdash, can you hear me? Shivdash, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
So why you are not answering? Anyone is not answering. So how I can understand that whether you are able to get my voice or not, or if you have any query. Any question till now? Who is speaking?
No, ma'am.
I think it's Gautam. Okay. Any query till now? That why we are using packages?
No, ma'am, no question.
Okay, fine. So let's move for the next part. That is, this is an hierarchical representation of Java packages. Okay. Most of the packages that are originated from this Java class. Inside this Java package, there are several sub packages. That is lang for language, util for utility purpose. There are several classes that belongs to the utility cases. Okay, that falls into this category of package, that is util. And the next one is given here as an AWT. AWT stands for Abstract Window Toolkit. Okay, whenever we will create the window or several event handling cases in Java, then we will see that the uses of AWT package. This is most vital package in Java. Okay, so these are the, so at this time it will be known as the sub package, because all these package that belongs to this Java package. Okay, and inside this package, these sub packages, basically there are several classes. Look at this. These classes is already defined in Java. These classes is already defined in Java. Okay, so whenever we are using or we are just importing this package, Java or Lang that or util or AWT or Swing or IO, whatever be the sub packages, then we will be able to use the classes also. Look at this. Using this Lang package, there are two predefined classes, that is known as one is system and another is string. Both these classes you are familiar with, you are using in your lab section or in your classes also. That is system.out.println, and you have already familiar with this part. And whenever you are defining any string, any name or any other part, that is combination of character, so at that time you have to define the string classes. Or you are familiar with that part, that is string args, that you are passing inside the main method, public static void main. Okay, and utility cases, at this point you are not related to these classes, that is array list and map. Whenever you will study these util cases or utility classes basically, so at that time you will be familiar with these two predefined classes. They are only the example, not this sub packages is related to only these two classes. Okay, and here is one example for AWT, that is button class. So whenever you are creating any form or creating any want to create any web pages in Java program using Java programming language, and you want to create any button on your screen, that at that time you need to import these AWT sub packages. And if you are using if you are importing this AWT Abstract Window Toolkit sub packages, then you will be able to use the classes to create a button in your screen or in your web pages, whatever be it. Okay. So these are the hierarchy. This is for your brief overview of the packages only. Okay, there are lots of other packages. Whenever you will do programming on Java, you will be familiar with that. But these are the basic basic view of the Java packages as well as the sub packages. Now, next part is important. That is how you will create Java. Sorry, how you will create package in Java basically. Okay, so for that part, you need to use the keyword package. This keyword will be used to create in Java, create any package in Java. Okay, so today you have learned one another keyword in Java, that is package. Look at it. This is a simple program that how we can create a package, and inside that package how we can create classes basically. This is very simple that whenever you want to create any package, that is the user defined package, at that time at the very beginning you need to use the keyword package, then the name of the package. Here mypack is the name of the package and this name is user defined. So the syntax for creating any package in Java is that you need to write down the keyword package, then the name of the package, then semicolon. And whatever you will write under this statement, that will be inside this package. Okay, so here what we have done, here we are creating one class that is known as the simple, and this is just welcome to package. This statement is printed inside these classes, nothing but. Okay, so these are the syntax for creating any package in Java. Okay, you have to write down the keyword package, then the name of the package, then semicolon, and after that you need to write down the classes that you want to keep inside this package. Okay, now the next two part, this is very much related to a lab classes, that is how you will compile the Java package and how you will run the package. These two part I will show you in the lab classes. This is a little bit different with your simple class compilation and class executing process. Okay, that will be shown to you in your lab session, because if I just tell you in this session, in this class, then you maybe forget about these two parts. Just like that, whenever you are creating any package, it is related to some directory. You are creating one directory, so you need to bring down that directory first, and after that you need to compile your class basically. Okay, this is the difference between these two. So in these notes you will get this, as well as in the lab session we will show you that how to run a package and how to actually compile and execute any class inside any package. Okay, the syntax is given here, although we will show you in details in the lab session. Okay, now follow. Sorry, students, for the interruption. Where we are in the part two, accessing package from another package. Okay. So what we have studied till now, we have studied what is package. Next thing is what are the main advantages of package, and the next thing that I have just skipped, that how you will compile, how you will write any package, what is the syntax basically for declaring any package, and how you will compile as well as execute a class inside a package. Okay, so that three parts are over already. Now we are in the field that how you can access package from another package. Okay, the main part is that I am now discussing that how to access a package from another package, because look at this, whenever you are just with that part that you want to develop a particular software, and that software are the collection of several application. Just think about the part, a single application, all the related classes you are put in a single package. If you have 5 application and you are putting down, you are just organized your classes, or you organized your Java program according to that way that you are declaring 5 packages. Now there may be a necessity to access one class from the another package. So for that purpose, you need to know about the syntax or rules that how you can access a class of a package from another package. So for that purpose, there are 3 ways. First one is that is you need to write down the import keyword, then package, then dot star. This is one way in which you can use a class or a package of another from another package. Okay, and the next part is just if you want to use one particular class of a package from another package, then you need to write down the import, then package, then dot, then class name, that which class you want to access in your code. Okay, and the third part is that is fully qualified name. That means you have to specify full path, that just like that you want to access any uh, button class. So at that time you need to define first import, then Java, that is your main package, then inside the Java you have to import that AWT package, then you need to write down the button dot class. Okay, this is the fully qualified name. That means you are specifying the full path from origin to the class basically that you want to access. Okay, so these three are the way in which, using which you can access one package from another package. So what is the meaning of it? That the first statement, that is using package name then dot star. Whenever you are writing this statement that import package name then dot star, that means all the classes and interfaces of this package will be accessible to your code. All the minded, all the classes, dot star mean all. Okay. So whenever you are writing down the statement that import package dot start, it means that you are accessing, you are able to access all the classes and interfaces of that package that you are just importing, but not the sub packages. Not the sub packages. This is the restriction. So look at one example for it. Look at here we are, what is done here, that is at the very first, using the name pack, create one package in this program basically, and inside this package there is one class that is named as capital A. So what is happened here? Here we are creating one package. The name of the package is PACK, and inside this PACK we are declaring one class that is named as capital A. Okay, this part is over. After that, what you have done, you are creating another package. The name of that package is mypack now. Okay, now inside this mypack, you want to access all the classes that are defined in the package that is named as PACK. So for that purpose, you need to write down here that is import then package name, then dot star. If you write down this statement, after that inside this my package there is another class that is B. Okay. Inside this class B, now this class A is accessible to you because you are importing the package that is PACK. So that's why it is possible in this case that you are creating you are just creating the object of the class A, and then you are calling one method that is MSG. Inside this MSG there is one hello statement. Okay, got my point. So what is done here at the very beginning, basically you are creating two packages. Inside the first package that is named as a pack, you are creating one class capital A. And in the next case, you are creating another package. Inside that package, you are creating another class B. Now, in between, what is happening here? You are importing this first package to your next package. And you are written here, that is the statement import pack dot star. That means all the classes, here it is only one classes is given here. So all the classes will be accessible to you right now. That's why whenever inside this mypack package you are creating the class B, that means this class A is accessible here. That's why this statement that A space obj equal to new A, that means the creating object of A class is possible here. And using this object, you are just accessing the method that is declared inside the class A. So what will be your output? Definitely hello. Okay, this is your first procedure. So moving on to the next one, that is using package name dot class name. Whenever you are doing that, then only declare class name, that which one you are mentioning in your statement, that is only accessible to you, because you are not putting down here dot star. If you're putting down here package name then dot star, then that means all the classes that are declared inside that package is accessible to you. But if you are mentioning only one class name after this dot, then that means only this class is accessible to you, not all the classes. Just like that, if you are look at this case, if you are creating two other classes here, that is xy, and you are just importing import pack dot a, that means the remaining classes, that means the xy classes are not accessible to you. Okay, this is the meaning of it. Although here is also one example that is given here. Look at this. And it is given only one class. And it is possible that just at your home you can do that part. You can define another two classes here inside this package that is named as a pack. If you declare another two classes, that is class CSE and class EC, okay, and you want to do that, want to access that class inside the B class, then you will get an error. Here what is happening, that is inside this package you are defining a class A and you are importing only that class. So there is no problem here. But if you are mentioning this part and if you want to access another class that are defined inside the package pack, then it will be an error. Okay, so this is your second way. Now look for the last way, that is using fully qualified name. Just I have mentioned to you, fully qualified name means the full specified path you need to provide. You need to provide the full specified path, that just like that whenever you are declaring any path setting in Java, what you have done, all the specified path, that means either it is inside a C drive, then there will be a package, there will be a folder, basically not package, there will be a folder of Java, then inside that Java folder there will be another subdirectory that is bin, inside that bin there is another directory that is name, And if you want to access this name directory, then you need to find out, you need to write down that is C, then slash, then Java, then slash, then bin, then that particular directory name. This is known as the fully qualified name. Okay, so there is also another way that if you want to define the full specified path to your class, okay, then you can do it. The same example is given here, that is just you can write down here, that is inside this package you can define that. Look at this here, what is defining here, that whenever you are creating the fully qualified name, that is this A class is inside the package. So whenever you are creating the object of A class, you are defining here the fully qualified name. That is inside this B class, you are writing down the statement pack.a space obj. This is nothing but this is similar to your previous statement, that is a obj. But if writing this statement, you are writing here that is pack.a. That means you are providing the fully qualified name here. Okay, that's why there will be no error and you will get the same message that is printed inside this message method, basically hello. Okay, so these three are the basic ways through which you can access the class interfaces as well as the sub packages of another package from a particular class that is defined in a single package or in your own user defined package also. Okay, in any query till now, so we have just discussed 4 points. Is package, second one is advantages of package, third one is how we can declare a package, and fourth one is how we can access the classes and interfaces of a package from another package. These 4 parts is discussed in today's class. If you have any doubt, you can tell me. Any doubt till now from anyone? Manish Kumar, Omita,
No, ma'am, understood.
anyone from other? Oishi Choudhury, I'm not getting your voice. Oishi Choudhury, can you hear me? Okay, fine. I understood her, otherwise there will be a problem. Okay, I'm repeating this statement again. So if you have any doubts, please tell me, or you can write me in the WhatsApp, or you can directly call me. But don't keep in silent mode. Okay, try to study this part, and if you have any query, then I'll solve it. Let me take your attendance. Okay, so I am ending this class today. If you have any doubt, tell me in the next class or in the WhatsApp group also. You can leave now.